All right, so we're going over this article about titled "Many Unemployed Americans Are Applying for Hundreds of Jobs with No Success as the Unemployment Rate Surges to a 4-year high." Yeah, it's true. People are applying for hundreds of opportunities, even thousands, and getting rejected. That's like imagine a dude you going up to hundreds and thousands of chicks trying to get a date or just trying to get intimacy out of her, and she rejects everyone. It's similar, yeah, it's similar to with the dating apps. Dudes pay for dating apps and they swipe right on 100 thousands of chicks, and they hardly get any matches. If they do, the match doesn't reply. If the match does reply, they don't follow through to meet up. And even if you do possibly meet up with a rare chance after swiping right on 1,000 chicks, um, you still you still have a 50-50 chance, even if you do look presentable on the date and make her laugh and have a good time. You still have a 50-50 chance of not even getting a second date or even seeing her again for another date. So that's the title. Many people are applying for hundreds of job opportunity postings. Now, the only way, that's the thing, there's no really remote jobs, there's especially jobs with they give you benefits and everything. There's no way around going through the online system. They have to have a online type of application that you filled out and maybe received some type of email. It has to go through an email. Unless the only jobs I can think about that is maybe like a part-time job, cash only or something like that. That's the only way you could get around not having to do an online application, which is only maybe less than 5% of jobs. I think like maybe a sports referee or something get paid in cash, but mostly all other jobs gotta apply online. So the article said frustrated job seekers all over America just got more. Um, Such news, the unemployment rate just hit the highest levels we've seen in 4 years. If you currently have a good job that you highly value, hold on to it because finding a replacement for that would not be easy. So it's saying if you go months being unemployed, you can really do something to your self-esteem. Yeah. Interesting. So once, yeah, then they got an example of a lady saying that last time they had a job search, they had found something pretty easily, but now almost a year later, um, somebody named Whitlock, I guess there's a lady named Whitlock, said she applied to hundreds of jobs, even positions she's overqualified for to no avail. So you could either be underqualified, you could be, yeah, either you underqualified, overqualified, or just or just just qualified, underqualified, overqualified, just qualified. So it say even though she applied for hundreds of positions, her job search has gone nowhere, and now her unemployment benefits ran out. Um, the more I looked, the more I wasn't getting responses. If I did have an interview, I only made it the first one or two rounds. Said Willock, who had 16-year-old daughter, things got really real when my unemployment ran out. So, and you got, yeah, and people complaining that they're doing multiple rounds of interview just to get rejected. And I wonder, did they have to, are they doing these interviews online? Are they doing these interviews over the phone or what? There are countless others that are going through the same thing, and their ranks are growing with each day. In fact, when the government bureaucrats at the BLS are admitting that the unemployment rate has risen to the highest level that we have seen in more than 4 years, so the job market is, yeah, it's super terrible. You're lucky if you're in sports, politics, politics. If you're able to get a politician job, get a sport job, Um, those are the lucky jobs. Politicians, sports. Um, I guess businesses that have to operate. So let's see what else they're saying. So it said the nation has newly added a mere 100,000 jobs in the past 6 months, the bulk of it in healthcare because of an aging population. Uh, Someone says it takes approximately 150,000 new jobs a month just to keep up with population growth. So you need approximately 150,000 new jobs just to keep up with population growth. Wow. And that they got to be because all the immigrants they let in as well. That got to be a reason. Got to. So over a 6 month period, the U.S. economy must produce 900,000 jobs just to keep up with population growth. So the fact that we have added only 100,000 new jobs over the last 6 months means we are at 800,000 new jobs short of what would be required just to be treading water. Wow. That means, wow. That's massive numbers. Hundreds of thousands of people can't find work. Wow. Digging deeper into the numbers that the BLS reported, we discovered that the number of full-time workers in the U.S. fell by nearly a million. Wow. Nobody can find full-time. Wow, work. Wow. Wow. I knew that we were losing good paying full-time jobs, but I didn't think that it was happening this fast. I knew that throughout 2025, large corporations have been ruthlessly laying off highly paid workers all over the nation. But the thing is, don't they know that in the United States, you need to make 40, 50,000 just to be able to pay for things? Don't they realize that this is gonna f up the f up the country? I wonder how many countries are really going through this. I hear I'm not really hearing that there's a great job market in any country. If you think about it, most of these first world, so-called first world countries, are under um, are under replacement rates when it comes to even birth rates. So that shows that they're not growing for pop, total fertility rate. Total fertility rate is below 2.0 for most for all first world countries. So that just shows it right there. So most of the jobs that are being cut are good paying full time jobs. We are talking about the sort of jobs that college grads work. Once upon a time, a college degree was a ticket to a good job in the middle class, but these days a college degree is a lot less valuable than it was. So they're saying when Jake Fishman graduated from Cornell Ivy League school, he assumed that his degree would open up all sorts of doors, but after applying for over 300 jobs, he is still without a job. Wow. I wonder what type of he probably applying for any type of job too. I wonder. Jake Fisherman, 25, opens his laptop to repeat the same ritual, scrolling through Handshake, LinkedIn, and Indeed. He submits countless cover letters and resumes that, according to him, rarely get a response. Yeah, it's like playing a lottery, like trying to apply to all these, and hopefully you get someone to possibly contact you, and then you got to go through other steps from there. He said since graduating from Cornell's Nolan School of Hotel Administration in May, Fishman estimated that he has applied to more than 300 jobs and has only heard back from five. Interesting. I wonder, are you applying for law enforcement type jobs, education type jobs in the education field? Says searching for work is a full-time job, and Fishman says that he is somehow busier than ever. Yeah, applying for a job is a full-time job. Yeah. Saying I wish I could tell job seekers that conditions will soon improve, but I can't do that. Yes. economic conditions are really tough right now, but I'm convinced that they will continue to deteriorate during the months ahead. So if you are without work, I would encourage you to grab whatever is available while you still can. A major economic storm has now arrived, and the intensity of that storm is only going to increase as we head into 2026. Interesting. So it's interesting this money making, who getting paid, what companies are who paying who, and how much you got to spend for everything. Yeah, it's getting interesting, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back at you with another video. Holla.